What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright, so today we have a special episode for you. Before I get started here, I want to say a big thank you to all you guys for 100,000 subscribers. So we just passed it like a week or two ago. We've been doing a bunch of stuff and I've been pretty busy with life, but me and my girlfriend Ella here are going to get back to it and start making some more content on the regular. So I'm excited to show you guys my girlfriend's new Volvo Wagon. We've been doing a couple things to this over the last 2 weeks. We got it from a good friend of ours named Matt. He actually gave us this car for free in return for doing some work on his wagon. So I'm gonna let Ella take over and she's gonna show you her new Volvo Wagon. Yeah, this thing was a complete basket case when we got it. It basically had every single thing wrong with it. And we've just been replacing all the stage 0 parts and added a couple little modifications so it can drift already.
Okay. hold on. What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. I present to you my 760 Turbo Wagon. I'm really excited about this. My boyfriend Drifts and Lifts, he's been working on it a lot, getting it all ready for me, and yeah, let me show you everything we've got going on.
Let's pop this hood. We'll show the people what we've done so far. Beautiful red block engine.
Yes. So the cool thing about this car actually is when we got it, we didn't realize, but it was engine swapped for a 1990.
So if you guys obviously know, the 1990 engine has bigger connecting rods and it has a different turbo, and it also has a different exhaust manifold, a couple changes. And how we knew actually that this was for sure swapped at one point was back down there. It had a crank position sensor bracket.
So because it's an 88, it's on LH 2.2 instead of LH 2.4. As you guys know, the LH 2.2 is not as good as the LH 2.4, but it'll still get the job done. So when we first got this car and we would floor it, it would lose all of its power because it had a stock rubber intake boot and it was collapsing on itself. So we swapped it to a metal intake. Now it doesn't collapse on itself and it makes really cool turbo sounds.
So like every Drifts and Lifts car, you know, when we start to do the basic modifications, obviously we got our Turbo Smart manual boost controller. So we don't have a boost gauge in it yet, but I believe it's running like 12 PSI. We turn it up like 10 clicks or so. So I don't know, baby, what do you think? It goes pretty good?
Yeah. So I used to drive a Toyota Yaris, but this thing has 200 horsepower, so it's pretty fun to drive. So when we first got this car, the tie rods, ball joints, and struts were completely blown out on both sides.
So over the last like week or two, I remedied that. I did new inners, new outers, new struts, and new ball joints. The only thing left to do is obviously the strut rod bushings. So I'll be calling up our friends at IPD to get some polyurethane strut rod bushings. And yeah, this thing will be pretty dialed. Obviously we're gonna lower it eventually. It is coming into winter, so I don't know, it might be kind of cool to have it not super low. Makes it a little more drivable if we want to take this thing snowboarding or do some fun like rally road stuff down a dirt road. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm really excited about this. He did a side pipe for me, and it has this really cool angle. And it has no muffler, so it's really loud. So we already started to do some weight reduction. We took out the AC unit and the carpet, and definitely more to come.
So when we picked this thing up, both front seats were absolutely disgusting. They were pretty torn up on the driver's side. Passenger wasn't too bad, but we had these nice set of blue cloth seats. So I was like, we'll swap those in. It's a bit of a weird contrast with the gold car and the blue seats. But if you guys remember my Goldie, one of the first Volvos I built, and the gold car I have now, I always like to toss a blue interior because Volvo never would have given you a blue interior with a gold car. A little bit of a weird combo, but I think it's kind of funky, kind of 80s and cool. This turbo, I believe, is probably on its last legs. It's got a little bit of like a whooshing sound when you rip it. So it's still making boost, and the car actually rips pretty good. We're gonna take it out after we film this, and we're gonna do some spirited driving in it.
So as you guys know, the coolest part and the most important part of having a fun Volvo to drift is having a welded differential. And Colton almost lit himself on fire trying to do that for me, so Thank you.
You got it, baby. So yeah, guys, we obviously welded the diff on this thing. That's definitely necessary. Every Volvo must have a welded differential. It's just a thing you do on these things. 760 turbo wagon. All right, so we'll get Ella to start it up. Let's hear how the straight piped red block sounds. It's definitely not a new sound. Y'all heard this many times. All right, guys, so we're gonna take this car for a rip now. We're going to head down to Indonesia, as you all know, and perform some drifts in it. We actually haven't really drifted this car yet. This will be the first time drifting this thing. So it should hold up. We actually just drove this car all the way down to Portland. So it was a pretty long drive from my hometown here. It was about 6 hours each way. So it held up, no coolant leaks, a little bit of oil leak like every red block does, but she should be good. Alright guys, so this car rips really good. The tires I have on the back have no traction. This car's making good power though, as much as it should for, 14 pounds of boost on one of these motors. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. The weather's getting nice and cold, so we're into turbo weather now. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And I'm sure Ella's pretty stoked. What do you think, baby?
Super stoked.
Hell yeah. All right, before I blow this thing up, we'll kind of pack her in for the night, but or maybe we'll go do one more drift somewhere. We'll see. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Hop in, baby.
Take Mrs. Ella, baby, for her ribs.
That's
And this
awesome.
is like dry pavement. All right, guys, so that is pretty much a wrap up of tonight. This car proved itself really well, so I'm really excited. Didn't give us any issues. The turbo's still spooling good. The car actually with the stock suspension drifted pretty nice. I always find that when you leave stock suspension in these, they're actually pretty manageable in a drift as opposed to like when you cut the springs and it's really bouncy. So yeah, I'm happy. Ella's really happy. This is gonna be her daily driver. So, you know, we'll be having a lot of fun in this thing over the next while. Actually, fun fact, guys, I took Ella for her first date about 3 months ago. And obviously we went drifting in some Volvos, but she got the full meal deal because basically I picked her up from her house in my blue wagon. The ground was dry, so we went for a hella rip in the blue wagon. We hung out for a while, and then it started raining, so I took her for a rip in the beater car. And honestly, the rip in the beater car was probably more intense than the blue wagon. What would you say, baby?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I was, because, you know, the beater car I don't really give a shit about, so I was just ripping the absolute piss out of it. And yeah, it was pretty fun. So I guess it was fun enough that she wanted round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and beyond.
Yeah, baby.
So just another shout out and thank you guys for 100,000 subs. Really stoked about it. I guess I get a YouTube plaque now. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we're excited to keep pumping out videos for you guys. I got, as you know, some big plans for the Blue Wagon. Actually, Total Turbo just messaged me, said all the mods he's done on my HE341 Turbo is all complete. We went to a bigger compressor wheel, a clipped exhaust housing, exhaust wheel, and we got a new manifold, we got a different camshaft, we got 2,000cc injectors. So hopefully we bundle all these parts together and we're hoping to crack that 500 wheel horsepower mark. So definitely something to look forward to. Yeah, I gotta fix the gold car. It's got some running issue, but you know, we're gonna make our way there. So just so you guys know, we do still sell merch. I know it's been like the same merch for the last like what, 4 years or something. So we're planning on getting some new stuff going soon. But if you guys like the old school classic designs, we still have them up for sale. Link to the Drifts and Lifts store is in the description of this video, like always. And yeah, I think we'll leave you there for tonight.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more Volvo thickness. Peace out. That wasn't good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?